What if the loudest person in the room is not the most powerful? What if true respect is not demanded with words, but commanded with silence? In our noisy world, we have forgotten the ancient art of quiet authority, a power so profound it can shape the world around you without you ever saying a word. Win respect without saying a word. Stoicism, compiled and published by Stoic Power. Lesson 1. The authority of stillness. Imagine a deep, ancient lake, its surface a perfect, glassy mirror reflecting the vast and silent sky. Its power is not in motion, but in its profound stillness. This stillness gives it an immense, quiet authority. It is a source of clarity, a place of depth, and it holds its position with an unshakable and dignified calm, forcing the world around it to be reflected in its tranquil surface. This is the authority of stillness, the first principle of winning respect without words. This video explores Stoic wisdom as a path to emotional mastery, mental strength, and fearless living, empowering you to unleash your inner strength and remain unshaken no matter what life throws at you. For many of us, however, our inner world is not this still lake, but a turbulent, choppy sea, constantly agitated by the winds of external events. We are in a state of inner conflict, believing that to be a person of influence and authority, we must be in constant motion, talking, reacting, planning, and broadcasting our every thought and feeling. We mistake this frantic activity for importance, and this inner noise for power. The problem with this state of constant inner agitation is that it projects an aura of weakness and reactivity, which is the very antithesis of authority. A person whose inner world is chaotic and noisy cannot be a source of stability for others. They are perceived as restless, anxious, and easily thrown off balance. Their frantic energy creates unease rather than respect, and their constant need for motion signals a lack of a solid, grounded center. This is a common and painful challenge that many people face in the context of emotional mastery and self-discipline. The transformative solution is the Stoic habit of cultivating a profound inner stillness. It is the practice of becoming the deep, quiet lake so that your very presence becomes a statement of calm, centered authority, a state of being that commands respect before you have even spoken. The core idea is rooted in the Stoic ideal of ataraxia, a state of serene tranquility and freedom from disturbance. The Stoics knew that a mind that is still is a mind that can see clearly, think rationally, and act with wisdom. This inner stillness is not a passive or empty state. It is a state of immense potential energy, a source of incredible power. When you possess this inner stillness, you are no longer reacting to the world. You are forcing the world to react to you and your calm. This ancient wisdom feels alive today because it provides a powerful antidote to the frantic, attention-seeking energy of the modern world. To begin cultivating this authoritative stillness, you must practice the art of deliberate calm. The first actionable step is to schedule 5 minutes of absolute silence and stillness into your day. No phone, no music, no distractions. Simply sit and be present with your own quiet existence. This is your training ground. The second step is to practice stillness in motion. When you walk without rushing. When you work, eliminate fidgeting and restless movements. Make your physical presence as calm and deliberate as your inner state. The third step is to use moments of external chaos as your test. When the world around you becomes frantic, consciously return your focus to your own slow, steady breathing. Let it be the anchor for your inner lake. The benefits of applying these actions are a profound transformation in your personal presence. You will begin to radiate an aura of calm, confident authority that people will subconsciously recognize and respect. Your anxiety levels will plummet, and your ability to think clearly under pressure will skyrocket. You will find that people begin to quiet down when you are around, their own agitated states soothed by the power of your stillness. Your call to action is to practice stillness anchors. For the next week, every time you walk through a doorway, take that as a cue to pause for just 1 second. Take one deliberate breath and feel your own stillness before you proceed. This simple habit begins to weave the practice of calm into the fabric of your day. This inner stillness is the foundation upon which all quiet authority is built. But this stillness is impossible to maintain if your confidence is dependent on the whims of others. Our next lesson will teach you how to build a confidence that is rooted in the only thing you can truly control, yourself. If you are ready to discover the power of your own stillness, please like this video and subscribe to the Stoic Power channel for more timeless strategies. Lesson 2. Confidence rooted in self-control. Picture a master charioteer in an ancient arena. He stands in a chariot pulled by two powerful wild stallions. These horses represent his passions, his appetites, his emotions, forces of immense power and energy. The charioteer's confidence does not come from the power of the horses, but from his absolute mastery over them. His calm hands hold the reins with a firm but gentle grip. His focus is absolute, and he guides their explosive energy with his will. His confidence is rooted in his self-control. This is the second principle of winning respect without words. In contrast, many of us are in a state of inner conflict where we are not the charioteer. We are being dragged behind the chariot. Our emotions and impulses are in control, and we lurch from one reactive decision to the next. We believe confidence is something we get from external sources, from praise, from achievements, from the approval of others. The problem with this externalized confidence is that it is fundamentally fragile and inauthentic. It is not true confidence. It is a temporary state of ego inflation that can be shattered in an instant by a single word of criticism or a single setback. A man whose confidence is not rooted in self-control is a man who is not in command of himself, and therefore he can never command the genuine, lasting respect of others. He projects an aura of neediness and instability because everyone can sense that his inner horses are running wild. The transformative solution is the Stoic habit of building your confidence from the inside out. It is the practice of becoming the master charioteer of your own soul, of rooting your confidence not in what you have, but in your ability to control what you are. The core idea is a synthesis of two powerful Stoic virtues: temperance, sophrosyne, and the concept of the inner citadel. Temperance is the virtue of self-control, the mastery over our own desires and passions. The inner citadel is the belief that our mind, our will, our hegemonikon is an unconquerable fortress. True confidence, therefore, is the quiet, unshakable knowledge that you are the master of your own inner fortress, the skilled charioteer in full command of your own powerful energies. This is a confidence that no external event can ever touch, because it is based on the one thing that is truly yours, your own will. To begin cultivating this deep internal confidence, you must start by taking the reins. The first actionable step is to practice small acts of self-denial. Once a day, deliberately say no to a small, harmless impulse. Say no to that extra cookie, to the urge to check your phone, to a lazy thought. Each small no strengthens your grip on the reins. The second step is to keep promises to yourself. When you decide you're going to do something, wake up at a certain time, complete a specific task, do it. Every promise kept is another brick in the wall of your inner citadel, building profound self-trust. The third step is to master your emotional reactions. When you feel a strong emotion, practice the Stoic pause. Acknowledge the feeling, but do not let it dictate your action. You, the charioteer, must decide where the chariot goes. The benefits of applying these actions are the development of a deep, authentic, and truly unshakable confidence. You will stop needing the approval of others because you will have your own. You will move through the world with a powerful sense of self-possession and integrity. People will be drawn to your stability and your quiet strength, sensing that you are a person who is in complete command of himself. This is the very foundation of genuine respect. Your call to action is the one promise rule. For the next week, make one small but significant promise to yourself each morning. For example, I will not hit the snooze button, or I will read for 20 minutes. Your only mission for the day is to keep that one promise. Start building the habit of being a man of your word, especially to yourself. This confidence, born from self-control, gives you the strength to face the world. But true strength is not about being rigid or emotionless. It is about finding a powerful and dynamic balance. The next lesson will explore how to achieve an emotional balance that projects an even deeper level of strength. We invite you to comment below with the one promise you will make to yourself this week. Lesson 3. Emotional balance as true strength. Imagine a skilled tightrope walker poised high above the ground on a thin wire. His strength is not in being perfectly rigid and unmoving. A rigid pole would be brittle and would quickly fall. His true strength lies in his ability to maintain a perfect center of balance through constant, tiny, and almost invisible adjustments. He sways slightly, he adapts to the wind, but he never loses his center. His balance is his strength. This is the third principle of winning respect without a word: emotional balance. Many of us, however, live in a state of inner conflict, lurching between emotional extremes. One moment we are overly enthusiastic and expressive. The next we are withdrawn and cold, or we completely suppress our emotions, becoming the rigid, brittle pole, until the pressure becomes too great and we snap in a sudden, uncontrolled outburst. The problem with this emotional imbalance is that it projects instability and unpredictability, which are deeply unsettling to others. A person who is on an emotional roller coaster makes others feel unsafe and on edge. A person who is completely repressed and emotionless feels distant and inauthentic. Neither extreme commands respect. People respect the balanced strength of the tightrope walker, the person who can feel the winds of emotion without being thrown from the wire. The transformative solution is the Stoic habit of cultivating apatheia, which is not apathy, but a state of dynamic emotional equilibrium. It is the art of being the tightrope walker, of feeling your emotions without being controlled by them, and of maintaining your rational center in all circumstances. The core idea is that emotions are like the wind on the high wire. They are natural, unavoidable, and not inherently good or bad. They are simply forces to be navigated. The Stoic warrior does not seek to eliminate his emotions, he seeks to master them. He learns to make the thousands of tiny, internal adjustments necessary to stay balanced on the wire of reason, no matter how hard the winds of passion may blow. This emotional balance is not a sign of weakness or compromise. It is the ultimate demonstration of a strong, flexible, and highly disciplined mind. To cultivate this balance, you must become a student of your own inner equilibrium. The first actionable step is to expand your emotional vocabulary. Instead of just angry or happy, try to identify the nuanced feeling. Is it frustration? Is it disappointment? Is it joy? Is it excitement? Naming the specific emotion is the first step to managing it. The second step is the practice of zooming out. When you feel a strong emotion, imagine you are watching yourself in a movie. This simple act of disidentification creates a space between you and the emotion, allowing you to analyze it rather than just be consumed by it. The third step is to seek balance in your actions. If you are feeling overly excited, practice a moment of quiet stillness. If you are feeling withdrawn and sad, engage in a small positive action. Consciously move toward your center. The benefits of this practice are the development of a powerful and resilient emotional core. You will become a source of stability and calm for yourself and for everyone around you. People will be drawn to your steady presence, sensing that you are a person who can handle the emotional complexities of life with grace and strength. You will win a deep and lasting respect that is reserved for those who have mastered themselves. Your call to action is to become a balance tracker. For the next few days, simply notice when you find yourself at an emotional extreme. Do not judge it. Just notice it and then take one small, conscious action to move back toward your center. Take a few deep breaths, go for a short walk, or listen to a piece of calming music. Practice the art of the small adjustment. When you have achieved this inner balance, it begins to radiate outward. It changes not just how you feel, but how you show up in the world. The next lesson will teach you how to cultivate a physical presence that silently and powerfully commands respect. If you're ready to find your balance, please subscribe to the Stoic Power channel. Lesson 4. Presence that commands respect. Imagine the sun. It does not need to speak, to persuade, or to demand. It does not need to perform. Its sheer presence is enough to organize our entire solar system. Its mass and its energy create a gravitational field that silently and effortlessly commands the planets to orbit around it. Its presence is its power. This is the fourth principle of winning respect without a word, cultivating a presence so powerful that it commands respect on its own. Many of us move through the world with a weak or scattered presence. We are in a state of inner conflict, physically in one place, but mentally in another, worrying about the future, ruminating on the past, or lost in the distraction of our phones. Our energy is fragmented, our attention is divided, and our presence is diluted. The problem with a weak presence is that it silently communicates a lack of power and focus. When you are not fully present with someone, you are subconsciously telling them that they are not important enough to command your full attention. This is the opposite of respect. A scattered presence is forgettable and uninspiring. It lacks the gravitational pull that is essential for true influence and leadership. People are not drawn to a divided mind. They are drawn to a focused and unified presence. The transformative solution is the Stoic habit of practicing prosoche, or mindful, unified attention. It is the discipline of bringing all of your scattered energy into the present moment and directing it like a laser beam onto the person or task in front of you. It is the art of becoming the sun in your own small solar system. The core idea is that your attention is your most powerful currency. Where you place it is the clearest indication of what you value. The Stoics knew that to live a good life, one must be fully present in that life. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. Only the present moment is real. By giving someone the gift of your full, undivided presence, you are offering them the most valuable thing you have. This act is a profound, nonverbal sign of respect, and it powerfully commands respect in return. To cultivate this magnetic presence, you must train your attention like a muscle. The first actionable step is to master your eye contact. When you are speaking with someone, maintain a calm, steady, and gentle eye contact. Do not stare aggressively, but also do not constantly look away. Let your eyes communicate that you are fully engaged. The second step is to practice active listening. Listen as if the person you are speaking to holds the secret to the universe. Do not think about what you're going to say next. Just absorb. The third step is to control your physical space. Stand or sit with a calm, open, and grounded posture. Occupy your space with quiet confidence. Do not fidget or display nervous energy. The benefits of developing this habit are a massive increase in your personal magnetism and influence. People will feel deeply seen, heard, and respected by you, which will make them want to be around you. You will absorb more information, build stronger connections, and project an aura of calm, focused power that is the very definition of a leader. You become the sun, and your focused presence becomes a gravitational force. Your call to action is to choose one conversation today where you will practice single tasking. In that one conversation, your only goal is to be 100% present. No phone, no distractions, no thinking about what's next. Just be there, fully. Experience the difference in the quality of the connection. This powerful presence is amplified when it is combined with a mastery of its opposite, silence. Knowing when not to speak is often more powerful than knowing what to say. The next lesson will explore the immense strength found in strategic silence. Please like this video if you're committed to being more present, and share your experience in the comments. Lesson 5. Strength in strategic silence. Imagine the deep ocean. The greatest power in the ocean is not found in the noisy, crashing waves on the surface. That is a fleeting and chaotic display. The true, immense, and constant power of the ocean lies in the silent, crushing weight of its depths. The stillness and silence of the abyss hold a power that is almost unimaginable. This is the fifth principle of winning respect without a word, the strength of strategic silence. We live in an inner conflict, however, where we are terrified of silence. We see it as an awkward void that must be filled. In conversations, in negotiations, in moments of tension, we rush to fill the silence with words, believing that talking is a sign of confidence and control. The problem with this fear of silence is that it robs us of one of our most powerful strategic tools. A person who cannot tolerate silence is a person who is easily manipulated. They reveal too much information, they negotiate against themselves, and they project an aura of anxiety and a need for approval. Their constant talking is not a sign of strength, but a confession of their inner discomfort. They are the noisy surface waves, not the powerful deep. The transformative solution is to embrace the wisdom of the deep ocean. It is the Stoic habit of using silence as a tool of strength, perception, and influence. It is the understanding that what you do not say is often far more powerful than what you do. The core idea is that deliberate silence is not a void. It is a space that you create and control. When you remain silent after someone speaks, you create a vacuum that they often feel compelled to fill, sometimes by revealing more than they intended. When you respond to a provocative question with a moment of calm silence, you are non-verbally communicating that you are thoughtful, in control, and not easily rattled. Your silence becomes a shield and a probe. The Stoic philosopher Zeno, the founder of the school, reportedly said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we say." To begin wielding this silent power, you must practice verbal temperance. The first actionable step is the 3-second rule. In any important conversation, make it a habit to pause for a full 3 seconds before you respond. This will feel like an eternity at first, but it will transform the quality of your responses and your perceived authority. The second step is to answer a question and then stop talking. We often have a nervous habit of continuing to explain or justify our answer after it has been given. State your point clearly and concisely, and then let the silence do the work. The third step is to use silence to encourage others to speak more. When someone finishes a thought, simply hold a calm, attentive silence for a few moments. More often than not, they will continue, often revealing the most important information. The benefits of mastering strategic silence are a massive increase in your personal gravitas and influence. You will be seen as a person of depth, a thoughtful and powerful presence. You will gain a significant advantage in negotiations and difficult conversations. You will find that you learn far more about the world and the people in it when you are not so busy filling the air with your own voice. You become the deep ocean, your silence a testament to your immense inner power. Your call to action is to practice the power of the pause today. In your next conversation, consciously use the 3-second rule before you answer a question. Do not worry about the awkwardness. Just notice the effect it has on the dynamic and on your own sense of control. Silence and presence are powerful, but they must be driven by an unseen force. This force is the calm, unwavering determination of a person on a mission. The next lesson will teach you how to build a silent influence through this unstoppable inner drive. Remember to subscribe to Stoic Power to continue your journey into the art of quiet strength. Lesson 6. Influence through calm determination. Imagine a great river flowing from its source in the high mountains on its long, inexorable journey to the sea. It does not rage or hurry. It moves with a calm, steady, and relentless determination. When it encounters a pebble, it flows over it. When it encounters a boulder, it flows around it. When it encounters a great cliff, it flows over it, creating a magnificent waterfall. Over millennia, this calm, determined flow can carve a canyon through solid rock. Its influence is born not from a single violent flood, but from its unwavering, quiet direction. This is the 6th principle of winning respect without a word: influence through calm determination. So many of us are in an inner conflict between our great ambitions and our wavering resolve. We start with a flood of enthusiasm, but at the first sign of a boulder or a cliff, our determination falters. We look for easier paths, we get distracted, we give up, and our influence on the world remains negligible. The problem with this lack of calm determination is that it makes our efforts fleeting and ineffective. A person who is easily diverted from their path cannot be relied upon, and therefore cannot be truly respected. Their goals are just wishes, and their efforts are just hobbies. They lack the gravitational pull of a person who is locked onto a purpose. True influence is not granted to the most talented or the loudest, but to the most determined. The transformative solution is to become the river. It is the Stoic habit of choosing a clear and virtuous purpose and then moving toward it with a calm, patient, and unstoppable determination, allowing your silent progress to become your most influential statement. The core idea is that your determination is the most powerful, non-verbal communication of your character and your values. The Stoics believed that the purpose of life, our telos, was to live a life of virtue. A man with a clear purpose, a North Star for his life, has a source of inner drive that is not dependent on external moods or circumstances. His determination is not a fleeting emotion. It is a rational commitment to his own highest good. When people see a man who continues to flow toward his goal, day after day, year after year, regardless of the obstacles, they see a man of immense inner strength. This is the very definition of inspiring. To cultivate this unstoppable flow, you must first define your direction. The first actionable step is to write down your North Star. What is the single most important, long-term objective you are moving toward in your life? This is the sea you are flowing to. The second step is to practice process over prize. Fall in love with the daily flow of your work, not just the dream of the destination. Find your satisfaction in the consistent, daily action of moving forward, even by an inch. The third step is to greet obstacles with the mind of the river. When you encounter a setback, do not see it as a failure. See it as a boulder. Your job is not to complain about it, but to calmly and creatively find a way over it, around it, or through it. The benefits of this habit are the creation of a profound and authentic influence over your environment. Your quiet, relentless progress will inspire and motivate those around you far more than any motivational speech ever could. You will achieve your great, long-term goals, becoming a testament to the power of calm determination. You will earn the deepest form of respect, the kind reserved for those who simply do the work, year in and year out. You become the river, and the world itself will slowly be shaped by your constant, determined flow. Your call to action is to take your North Star goal and identify the one small, daily action that represents your flow. For the next month, your only mission is to perform that one action every single day with calm determination. This calm determination, this unwavering commitment to a purpose, is what creates a life of substance. The final lesson is about the long-term impact of this way of living. It is about the legacy that is built, not with words, but with a lifetime of quiet, powerful action. If you found this lesson valuable, please like this video and share your North Star in the comments. Lesson 7. Legacy of the Quiet Leader. Imagine an ancient master craftsman, renowned throughout the land. In the final years of his life, he has spent his decades not seeking fame or giving speeches, but in the quiet, focused dedication to his craft. He creates one final perfect object, a chair, a sword, a vase. It is the culmination of a lifetime of skill, patience, and silent determination. Long after the craftsman is gone, the object remains. It needs no spokesman. Its flawless design, its perfect balance, its quiet beauty, it speaks for itself. It tells the story of its creator's mastery and commands the respect of all who see it. His legacy is not in his words, but in the silent testament of his work. This is the final principle, the legacy of the quiet leader. Most of us are in an inner conflict where we are obsessed with the immediate, noisy metrics of success, likes, followers, promotions, praise. We think about our reputation today, not the legacy we are building for tomorrow. The problem with this short-term noisy focus is that it encourages us to build a life that is wide but shallow. We chase fleeting trends. We say what is popular rather than what is true, and we prioritize looking good over being good. This may win us some temporary attention. A legacy built on such a foundation is as ephemeral as a sandcastle, washed away by the next tide of public opinion. It leaves no lasting mark on the world. The transformative solution is to shift your focus from your immediate reputation to your ultimate legacy. It is the Stoic habit of understanding that the only true legacy is a life of virtue and the tangible results of a lifetime of determined, meaningful work. It is the commitment to being the master craftsman of your own life. The core idea is the ultimate culmination of all Stoic teaching. Your life is your great work of art. The respect you command in the end will not be based on the speeches you gave or the praise you received, but on the quality of the thing you built, which is your own character demonstrated through your actions. The Stoics were deeply concerned with our duty to the cosmopolis, the universal human community. A quiet leader's legacy is the positive impact his life's work has had on that community. He asks not, "What can I get?" but "What can I contribute?" He understands that his actions will echo long after his words have faded. To begin building this meaningful legacy, you must adopt the mindset of the master craftsman. The first actionable step is to define your craft. What is the one area where you will commit to a lifetime of mastery? It could be your career, your role as a parent, your art, your contribution to your community. The second step is to focus on the work, not the audience. Pour all your energy into making your contribution as excellent as it can possibly be, without worrying about who is watching or applauding. The third step is to see every day as an opportunity to add a small, perfect piece to your life's great work. Live with the knowledge that your character is the only legacy you will truly leave behind. The benefits of this final habit are the achievement of the most meaningful kind of success and the most lasting kind of respect. You will be free from the anxieties of chasing fame and validation. You will feel a profound sense of purpose, knowing that you are building something real, something that will endure. You will become a quiet leader whose life's work speaks for itself, inspiring others long after you are gone. Your call to action is a simple but powerful reflective question. Take a few moments today and ask yourself, if I were to die tomorrow, what would my actions up to this point say about me? Let the answer to that question guide your actions for the rest of the day. Start building the legacy you want to leave, one silent action at a time. By mastering the authority of stillness, the confidence of self-control, the strength of emotional balance, and the power of presence, silence, and determination, you become the quiet leader, a person who wins the deepest respect without ever needing to say a word. True respect is not won with loud words, but commanded by quiet strength. By cultivating an inner world of stillness, self-control, and calm determination, your very presence becomes a statement of power. Let your actions be your voice, and your character be your legacy of quiet leadership. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. We gently remind viewers to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more wisdom on building a life of unshakable character.